Hello my dear students. So in this lecture we are going to perform this rest of the practicals for functions. So basically we are going to find the GCD, that is greatest common divisor of two numbers, and then we are going to find the NCR for given two numbers, right? So in this lecture first I will start with the 7th practical, that is find to calculate NCR using user defined function. How you can do that? So to understand this practical you must know the logic of finding factorial. So what was the program for finding factorial? Return 0. Here I was taking int and result, and then I was telling user printf enter any number, and here scanf %d and add, right? Now after that what I was doing, I was taking a loop for I equal to 1, I is less than or equal to n, I plus plus, I was doing result or fact equal to result into value of I. So if you have not gone through the video, you please go and watch the video where I was doing the practical for finding the factorial of a number. And at the end of this loop, I was printing result. So printf factorial of n, or you can write %d is result, right? So this is how you can perform the practical of finding factorial of a given number. Now let me just check if the program is correct or not. I is not declared, so I am going to declare I. Save the program, compile it and run it. If I am entering 5, the answer is 120. That means our answer is correct. Now what will happen? Here I am finding factorial of r, factorial of n minus r, and factorial of n. So this program is the best example that why you should use functions. Because if you are not using function, then by using loops you have to run this loop for 3 times for n, for r, and for n minus r. So you have to write the similar code for 3 times, right? For here it will be for n, it will be for n. So if I want to run this program without using function, what will be the answer? Here it will be r, here it will be say NCR. Let me write result, and here it will be NCR, right? So what will happen? First you have to find result by this, then you have to again write a loop for r, right? And here it will be result 1, so you have to declare result 1 as well, right? Equal to 1, and then the similar code for n minus r. So here you can do n minus r, and here it will be result 3, and here you have to declare result 3 equal to 1. And after this you have to find NCR equal to result, what is the result divided by result 1 into result 3, right? Is this correct? Yes, but Okay, so both are in division, so here it will be divide only. So, and then you can print NCR over here. So this is the program if you are not using function. So you have to run this loop 3 times, and when you will study some subjects like compiler design, in which you will study code optimization at compiler level, at machine level, then you will know that this loop costs a lot. So this is not the efficient program. So how can I perform this program by just using single loop? I can create one function named as fact, which will find factorial of given number. So what this function will do, it will just, you have to just copy this code and paste it over here, and here you have to declare int I, then result equal to 1, and at the end of this function you have to just print a return result. So return result, right? So whatever number will be passed to it, it will find a factorial of that number and it will return it. So now what I can do, I can take here I don't need this much things, right? I just need n. So user will be able to enter. Now at here I can take one variable named as r, right? Or say NCR. NCR equal to fact of n divide by fact of r divide by fact of n minus r, right? And here this is not there, and at the end I am printing factorial of n is %d. Let me save. So what I have done over here, let me just check if the answer is correct or not. So let me save this program. First, also I need to take value r from user, because I want to know what is n, what is r. So for r, I am copying this, pasting it over here. Here it will be r, here it will be slash n. But calling function is factorial of m. So make sure that you know that here I have taken 2 values from user, but for factorial I am just giving it one single number for whom I want to find the factorial. So now let me save this program, compile it. Here instead of n it will be num. I hope you guys understand. Here NCR was not declared, so NCR should be there in declaration. Is there any other error or not? No. So now I am finding 5C2. Factorial is 10. I don't know. Let me just calculate it. So if I am opening it, 5C2, that means it should be 5 factorial divided by 2 factorial into 3 factorial. So here it will be 5 into 4 into 3 factorial divided by 2 and 3 factorial. So answer is 20 by 2, that is 10. So our answer is correct. So now you can see it over here. You are getting answer 10. So how amazing this thing is. If you don't understand, let me explain this code with the help of my white pad. So here what I have done, I have created one magic box to calculate factorial of num, right? Here inside int main, user is entering value of r and n. So 1 n and r are created. User want to find NCR, which is having equation n factorial divided by r factorial into n minus r factorial. I am entering 5 over here, 2 over here. What I am going to do, to find n factorial, I am giving this number n to my magic box. This number n to my magic box, it will be magically calculate the factorial and return it over here. So it will return 120 over here. Then I am going to give this to my magic box again. So it will calculate. So what exactly it is? Fact of 5 divided by fact of 2. So it will return 2 over here. So 2 into fact of n minus r, that is fact of 3 it will give 3 to 8 and it will magically calculate and give 6 over here. So now if you calculate this, answer will be 10. So now 10 will be printed. So function is kind of this magic box. I am going to give my arguments to function. So whenever inside your main int main, I am taking int and r and ncr, then scanf %d for n and r, right? After that, I am going ncr equal to fact of n divide by fact of r divide by fact of n minus r, because whatever aim you are seeing in this program, this aim is mathematical expression. How can I write this in form of computer system? I can write it like this. So now when it encounter this, it will not go further. For this it will not go further. It will go to my magic box to find factorial. So value of n, whatever value I have entered 5, so 5 will be copied there and fact of 5 will be returned. So here it will return 120. Then again when it encounter fact of r, that is fact of 2, it will go give this value to 2 value to this magic box and return 2 over here, and same for this 3, so it will return 6 over here. So now this equation become 120 divided by 2 divided by 6 is equal to NCR. So if this NCR become 10, and at the end I am going to print this value NCR in this code. So this is all about the functions, right? So this is how you can find this is how you can calculate a program to find NCR of a given two numbers, right? Now the last practical is you have to take two numbers from user and find the greatest common divisor of both of this number. So the common divisor, which is greatest, you have to find and print. So how can I, first of all I should know that how can I perform this program even without using function. How can I perform this program? I need two numbers A and B, right? And I have to tell user enter two numbers, right? So user will enter two numbers. Here I am doing scanf and %d here and A and B, right? I have to tell user to enter two numbers. User is entering it. Then I am going to check if A equal to 0. If A is equal to 0, then what is the greatest common divisor? Other number, right? Because if one of the number is 0, the other number will be the greatest common divisor. So I am going to printf %d is GCD, right? And what is this %d? B. Similarly, for else if, that means if B is equal to 0, if A is not equal to 0 but B is equal to 0, then printf %d is GCD, but here it will be A, right? Now else case is neither A is 0 nor B is 0. So for else case I am going to check from, you know, 1 and the number itself will always divide them, right? So I am going to take a look for, I will start from 2, then I am going to, what I am going to do? Then I am going to go up to, and A should be greater than, or say I is greater than, I is less than, and I should be less than B, right? Suppose what I have done over here, suppose here I want to find GCD of 0, 4. What will be the answer? 4. I want to find a GCD of 4, 0. What will be the answer? 4. But I want to find a GCD of say 7 and 21. So it will be answer, actually answer will be 7, right? But how it will calculate? It will start I with 2. It will check if I, first of all, I should be less than this both of this number, right? Because if I is 22, then there is no meaning of finding GCD because number itself will divide itself. So I should be in range of 7 to 21. So it should be less than. It will start with 2. If 2 is divisible by both of, if 2 can divide both of this number, if yes, then it will assign GCD equal to 2. Then it will go for 3. If 3 can divide both of them, then it will assign GCD equal to 3. But here in our case, whatever number we have taken, here it will be skipped. Then for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right. So for 7, it will assign GCD equal to 7. Then after, there is no number that can be divisible by 7, that will divide 7 as well as 21. So for that, what I am doing here, I am checking this and doing I plus plus. Inside this, what I am doing, if A modulo I equal to 0, that is A is divisible by I and B is also divisible by I, then G is equal to I. So G means GCD. So I have to declare G and I over here. Right. So it will first check for 2. If 2 is divisible by if 2 and divide both of them number, then it will assign 2. Then it will go for 3 and 4 and 5 up to the numbers which are less than A and B. At the end, I am printing here printf percentage D is GCD and here it will be G. Let me save this program, compile it. If I am entering 0 and 4, 4 is GCD. Then if I am entering 4 and 0, 4 is GCD. And if I am entering 7 and 21, 0 is GCD. That means there is some error in this code, right? So I am entering 7. 7 divided by 2 equal to 0. No. Okay, it is happening because I have not taken equal to condition. Right, now the answer will be there. For 7 and 14, answer is 7, which is correct, right? So 7 is the greatest divisor of 7 and 14. You can check this logic for any number. As 7 is a prime number, whenever I was adding 7, it was going up to 6 only because I have done this condition, right? So now the code is correct. So this is how you can find the GCD without using any function. If you want to use function, you have to copy this code and you have to create a function. Now what I want to return GCD. So GCD is the function name inside which I am passing two arguments, num1 and int num2. Here I am going to copy this code and instead of printing I am writing return B. Here I am writing return A and here I am writing return G because I want to return the value. I have taken this function as int. Even if you are writing printf, it is correct. But as I have taken integer over here, I have to return some value. That's why I am doing this thing. Here A is not there, num1 is there because value of A will be copied to num1, value of B will be copied to num2 and here it will be num1 and num2. Right, here it will be num1 because I have already shown you that this values will be copied. Here G is not there, so I have to declare int I and G. Right, is there any error? Return num1 or num2. Here it will be num1. Okay, and here I am taking one variable name as answer and here A, B are there. So answer equal to GCD of whom A and B. Now I am going to printf result is percentage D or GCD is percentage D and here I am printing answer. Right. So this is how you can perform the program for functions. Now let me check if we are getting the same answers or not. If I am entering 4 and 0, it is giving me 4. correct. Then if I'm entering 0 and 4, it is giving me 4. And now if I'm entering, say, let me enter some other number, that is say 4 and 18. So now for 4 and 18, which is the number which you divide both of them? 2 is the GCD, right? So answer is 2. So this is how you can perform a program to find the GCD of a given number. If you have understand the concept really very good of concepts of arrays and strings and loops, then it will be very easy for you to understand functions. If you cannot perform that programs, you will not be able to perform the programs of functions. So if you are finding any difficulty for this practicals, please go and watch the previous videos again. Try to clear your concepts and then come over here and practice this practical over here. See you in the next class. Thank you so much. If you have any doubt, you can comment below the comment section. I will answer that. See you in the next class.